One of the most misunderstood transitions in professional life is the shift from being a doer to becoming a leader. Many professionals believe leadership simply means doing more responsibility, more pressure, more visibility, but the real shift is something very different. Leadership is not about doing more, it is about thinking differently about your role. Over the years, I have coached many high performing professionals who were promoted because they were exceptional doers. They delivered results, they solved problems quickly, they were dependable, people trusted them. And then something changed, they became leaders. Suddenly, the same habits that once made them successful began creating pressure. They felt stretched, they felt responsible for everything, and they often felt overwhelmed. One leader said something during a coaching conversation that stayed with me. I'm working harder than ever, but my impact feels smaller. That sentence captures the heart of this transition. As a doer, your value comes from execution. You are rewarded for speed, for accuracy, for solving problems personally. But leadership changes the equation. Your impact no longer comes from what you personally complete. Your impact comes from what others are able to complete because of you. And this is where many leaders struggle because the mindset of a doer is deeply wired into their identity. When something goes wrong, they simply step in quickly. They fix problems themselves. They solve issues silently. At first, this feels efficient, but over time, something unintended begins to happen. Teams become dependent, decision making slows, and the leader becomes exhausted. The real shift from doer to leader is not simply behavioral, it is psychological. You move from ownership of tasks to ownership of outcomes. You move from control to clarity. You move from personal excellence to collective effectiveness. And this shift can feel uncomfortable at first. Letting go of control can feel like losing relevance. Trusting others can feel risky. Pausing instead of acting can feel unnatural. Yet, this is exactly where leadership maturity begins. When leaders make this shift, their presence begins to change. They speak less, they observe more, they ask better questions, they create direction rather than reacting to every situation. Gradually, something interesting happens. Teams begin to step up. Ownership increases, confidence grows. Leadership becomes less about being needed and more about being effective. There are a few simple practices that support this transition. The first is slowing down your response time. Not every problem requires your immediate solution. Sometimes your pause creates space for others to think. Change the questions you ask. Instead of asking, how do I fix this? Try asking, who should own this? Or what clarity might be missing here? Redefine success for yourself. Success is no longer about personal productivity. It is about the capability and confidence of your team. Allow others to struggle productively. Growth rarely happens through rescue, it happens through supported responsibility. And finally, anchor yourself in long term impact. Short term efficiency can sometimes create long term dependency. Leadership is about building strength that lasts beyond you. The transition from doer to leader is not simply a promotion, it is an identity shift. When leaders stop proving their value through action alone, they gain the ability to influence through presence. Your value grows when your team grows. Your effectiveness deepens when others become capable. And leadership becomes sustainable when you stop doing what no longer belongs to your role. If you are navigating this transition or preparing for a larger leadership responsibility, coaching conversations can create space for reflection and clarity. The chemistry call link is shared in the description box.